was a little shit.
Yeah.
How big's your father's penis?
How big is Dad's cock?
I was going, he's got a boyfriend.
Too many wines. She's like, Harry, I went to Africa one time, and let me tell you about their cocks.
That is not going to fit inside me, buddy. If you kiss someone with rubber lips.
Yeah, you should definitely know that.
It feels good.
Does
Yeah,
it?
but does she feel it?
I don't know.
I just wonder.
No, you do. You do feel it. Yeah. Because I remember I told you I got Botox in here. I can feel that. What a fucking shambles.
Do you want to sit here? Because you'll see
No.
No, you stay there. You can get
These are Vogue. These are Vogue, these glasses.
They're gorge.
Holy shit. Go Queen Pussy Boss.
Go Queen Pussy Boss.
What did you say?
Bro, she was like taking her bag out of the car, and I was like, "Why do you need that for?" She's like, "It's got my laptop in it." I was like, "Why?" She's like, "I might need my laptop." I'm like, "Why the fuck?
I might.
What do you need your laptop for?"
I might want to show you a picture.
Oh shit! Okay, look. What the fuck is up, you little shits? Welcome back to the podcast.
It's not very nice. You can't call people little shits.
Like,
You can't do that.
today's a very interesting episode. I have the two most important women in my life here.
Oh, that was really cute.
Yeah, my mother.
You're important.
I don't know, actually.
I gave birth to him.
Yeah,
Hey, Mum. Hey, Mum. Can
Exactly.
you speak into the microphone?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, pull it.
Pull it closer.
There you go.
That's better.
Okay, look, you guys asked what you asked on my Instagram. There's a bunch of people asking to get Mum on the podcast, so it's going to be an absolute shit show. I just did my Spotify Live. They're drinking because they're both fucking nervous. Just went on my Spotify Live, and Michael asked a very interesting question, so I want to kick it off for Mum.
I read some of those questions.
No, you weren't on my Spotify Live. You were shopping.
I know. I was Instagram.
What?
There was one on Instagram.
What? You can't see my questions because it's on my story.
No, they're asking you. Can you ask your mum?
Yeah.
How big's your father's penis?
How big is Dad's cock?
I was going, he's got a boyfriend penis.
No. Okay.
Isn't that what you say?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Not too big, not too little. I love it. It was just right.
Okay.
Oh my god, this episode's gonna fucking get 1 trillion views.
Okay, so what is one characteristic about me that you love? This is what Michael asked.
Oh, God.
Okay. Moving on. What is one characteristic that you hope I work on?
Your legs. Because they're really skinny. Like you are, I suppose that's not a character, but it is really like a character, isn't
My
it?
character.
It is like a character because it's like a cartoon character.
Characteristic.
Oh, characteristic.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you're just a bundle of surprises.
Oh, wow. Okay, so if you're a little bit confused, I haven't seen Mum in like 3 years, yeah?
Oh, 3 years, yep.
Yeah, 3 years. She's here visiting from Australia. Finally decided to say, fuck it, come out and visit me. It was a bit difficult. If people a little bit curious, there's a number of reasons why me and Mum couldn't see each other for that long, but the main one was the fact that the restrictions were pretty cooked for a while, huh?
But also, I was hibernating.
You-
Remember, I was hibernating because I was having that time, and you said you need to understand that you could die tomorrow if you don't go and do something with your life.
Explain that conversation, because I think, okay, we're going to get a little bit serious.
No.
I think that people can take a lot away from that conversation. So one day, me and Mum were talking, and you were having a bit of a shit time. You were a little bit in your head.
Yeah.
You were a little bit sad. Things were kind of repetitive day in, day out. You don't have to go into too much detail because we don't want to do what I do and air my family's laundry. on the podcast.
I don't mind.
He's just like, let me go.
Yeah. So what was going on? What was going on in your life?
Okay, I was just going through a divorce with your darling father.
Yep.
And things were just coming to a head, and finally
Coming to an head or an end?
were coming to an end.
Yeah. I'm glad we cleared that one up.
Me too.
Yeah. So you got through a divorce.
Going through a divorce, everything was going through okay, everything was fine, and then I thought I just went into a decline.
Yeah.
I went into hibernation mode. I'm going to stay on my farm. I wouldn't go out at night. I would go to work, come back, and then basically after 4:30, I wouldn't go out.
You wouldn't go out.
I wouldn't go out. I just didn't want to go out. I didn't want to see anyone. Didn't want to be with anyone.
And that kind of got you in a bit of a rut, huh?
Huge. And then I remember you called me up and you started talking to me and you said, "You've got to stop doing this. You've got to look ahead. Life's too short. Get out there. You've got the time. You've got the experience, the knowledge to pull yourself out of this and go and travel and come and visit me."
Yeah, and I think the biggest part of the conversation was the fact that I don't know, you're kind of just
Stagnant.
you're very stagnant, and I think you're holding on to things, and they're holding on to this business here and whatnot, and just kind of like putting every reason why to not travel and do shit that you love.
Oh, I didn't think anyone could look after my animals properly because I've got so many
Sure,
animals.
what animals you got? Like 15 horses, 12
I've
chickens.
got 4 horses, 4 dogs. I've got 2 pigs, Buzz and Bella.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Buzz got put down.
Why?
Buzz, you know Buzz?
Yeah,
With the big
Mum. I grew up on the fucking
I
farm.
know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm your son.
Well, anyway.
What do you mean? Yeah, I've got a million videos of Buzz.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, anyway.
I didn't know Buzz died.
I had to shoot him
Why?
because he broke his little leg.
Oh,
Well, not his leg, his foot.
Oh.
He went off on his little travels like he does. 'cause
Yeah,
he's
he does.
massive.
He's huge. He's huge.
Yeah, and he can hardly walk. He's like this, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, he came back after 2 days, and I'm looking at him, and I go, "Come on, Buzz, here's your dinner," and he was just falling all over the shop.
Yeah.
And then I let it go for a day, and then
And
I
he said,
went.
"Fuck it, I'm gonna blow his brains out."
I called up a friend of mine, and I said, I don't think Buzz is very well. And do you want to come and have a look? He said, "I'll bring my gun."
Oh.
And he just shot him in the head.
No, you're good. I was just gonna go back to the
Oh, right, yes.
what we were talking about.
Crazy.
I love this. It's
So-
so fun.
So I was very depressed.
And then, how did you get yourself out of it? What was
Well, it was
what was
what-
key things that listeners of this podcast can take away and from how you got from being sad old grumpy woman on a farm
I wasn't grumpy.
to the happy
was-
old chook in LA?
So I think basically your words were stop thinking inside the box, think outside the box. Life is
I've
fun.
never said that.
Well, it was around.
I was like, that was deep. That doesn't sound like Harry.
Yeah. So what was the
Inappropriate.
exact words that I said?
I can't remember. I just thought, yes, you're right. I'm going to go and travel and get it. And, and you also sent me a voucher
Yeah.
for Flight Serenity. You and Karen go to Darwin.
Karen's her best friend.
Yeah, bestie. We had so much fun in Darwin.
Okay, so
But I broke my rib.
yeah.
Oh, no.
She fucking fell off a bike when she was.
Oh, you told me this.
Yeah,
You
you
told me.
hire these push bikes. Sorry, go on.
You can go like this if you want
Yeah.
to talk to her. Yeah. There you go, please. Because then the people listening can't hear it. And then
I'm
it
sorry.
ruins the story.
I'm sorry. So anyway, Harry sent me a flight center voucher and said, "Hey, take your best friend off to wherever you want to go." And Karen said, "Okay, we're going to go to Darwin." I said, "Rightio, let's go to Darwin."
Yeah.
Anyway, they have these hire scooters and push bikes, and they're motorized.
Yeah.
So much fun. But when the scooter, after you've had a couple of wines, it gets a little bit wobbly. So we went into the push bikes, which have got it motorized.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went to Nightcliff Markets in Darwin, and Karen just takes off. Anyway, I'm on my push bike, and I suddenly hit a big pothole,
No.
and I'm in the middle of this market, and very daintily, fell off my bike, and all these people came running towards me, and I'm going, "Excuse me, forget it. This is a figment of your imagination. I haven't come off my bike at all. And they're trying to get my bike up. I'm said, just take your hands off me. I'm going to be fine. Anyway, I finally get my bike back, take off, push bike. I'm happening. I'm all good. See Karen, and I said to Karen, why the, can you swear? I won't swear.
Oh, we can swear.
You can
You
swear.
can say whatever you want.
I said to Karen, why the fuck did you just drive off like that? Why didn't you wait for me? And she said, I don't know. Why did you take so long? I said, because I fell off my push bike. And then she started laughing. And then laughing turned into tears. And then I started laughing and then realised that I broke my rib.
Oh no.
Yeah, so she actually fell off a horse when we were younger and broke like 6 ribs on this side, popped the collarbone, and like broke her arm as well.
And lost half her
gosh.
thumb.
Oh yeah, she lost her thumb.
Wow.
What, yeah, can you tell everyone the story of that? Because I had so many questions. Like, why can you only have 1.5 thumbs?
Oh, okay. So I basically bought a horse float. Okay, I bought a horse float.
There you go.
And then I was training 2 horses,
Mm-hmm.
and the one horse that wouldn't get on the float decided that loved this float, got on the float, and the one that normally gets on the float decided to pull back, grab my thumb with it and the
No.
rope.
Yeah. So what happened was Mum was holding on to the rope, but
Rope
it was
pulled
it was wrapped around her thumb, and she was trying to pull this horse in, and the rope just ripped it, like snapped and twisted her thumb off.
Ow.
No, but it's okay because me and Harry.
It wasn't. You lost your thumb. it
fine.
it
No,
wasn't
it
okay.
was fine because me and Harry had done a first aid course, right?
Did you
So
put
I
it on
had
ice?
So I had bandages in the car, you know,
Yeah.
like the first aid
Oh.
kit that
Yeah,
you have to carry around.
professionals.
So I got out, I got the bandage, I wrapped my thumb up very well, got the horses, took them to the paddock.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got him back in the paddock.
Oh, I had to. And then I just
put some- I would have gone straight to the hospital.
I called my husband and I said, hey, I think I need a hand. Or
a
maybe
thumb.
a thumb.
And then we went to the hospital. We don't need.
Okay.
I got-
It was funny.
I got a question for you. What's it like having your son air out all his like sexual stuff to the world?
Oh, we taught him everything he knows.
There we go. There we go.
They used to get really shitty with us when we used to talk about sex.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you tell me the most bizarre shit, and I was like, Mum, I'm 15. Like, shut the fuck up. She had one too many wines. She's like, Harry, I went to Africa one time, and let me tell you about their cocks. And I'm like, yo, Mum, I'm just hitting puberty. Like, what are you talking about? It's fucking.
It was really scary in Africa.
No, we don't need to revisit it. So, no.
Oh, okay. Like their
What-
cocks were really scary.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, this black guy came out and I went, no, that's not going to happen. That is not going to fit inside me, buddy. And he goes, why don't you go and have a bath and relax? I said, it doesn't matter how much I relax, that thing's not going inside me.
I am so obsessed with you.
So I tried to get to the
so
door,
funny.
and
We're not cutting this.
No, we can't.
it was a very sad experience. I did get out, by the way.
You didn't fuck him, did you?
No, fuck you. I would be walking.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. What?
It's
Fuck.
bad enough having giving birth to you in your head.
my head's a lot bigger now. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to a more relaxed topic. Everyone wants to know the IVF baby story. How did? Because
Oh, yeah.
I made. Remember you were telling me this morning. We made headlines. You're trying to
so-
keep it hush hush. Tell everyone about
okay,
that.
so we were living in Adelaide, and we did the IVF. So
Is it the IVF or just IVF?
we did the world first IVF in Adelaide.
You did
No,
the first
no,
one,
it wasn't.
Adelaide.
It wasn't the welfare. There's people born before me that were
Yeah,
IVF.
but it was
like
a
my brother.
different
Adelaide.
procedure.
My brother was before me, and he was also IVF.
Yeah,
That
but
wasn't
the
the first one.
procedure that they formed to get you
What was it called?
was world first.
What's it called? Spermatic
I
aspiration?
don't know.
Who
I mean, all I
cares?
know is they fed me postmenopausal nun piss and animal hormones, and I went nuts.
Oh, yeah, they fed her nun piss,
What does that mean?
I say,
like
so
a
what
piss
happens?
from a nun.
No.
Postmental. No, they do. They do.
Goodbye.
Postmental. I can't even say
I've
it now.
never heard of this in my midwifery career. That's very weird.
So you've
Yeah.
got to take these injections and stuff, and so that you produce more eggs.
yeah.
So they were stuffing me with postmenopausal nun's piss. Well, that's what the nurse described it, right? Because I'm going,
This
what is this
is
shit?
1996, by the way.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah,
I
yeah.
turned around and went, I think I must have a dodgy nurse. Because I'd be sitting downstairs in the kitchen, 1 minute going to Paul, you hate me, I'm just so fat. And the next minute I'm laughing. I said, there's something wrong with me. I must be nuts. So that's when I had a chat with the nurse and she said, you must have got a dodgy nurse. No, dodgy nun.
Oh, really? So they were giving you
Like hormones and stuff.
Yeah, hormones.
None piss.
So
and
what
then,
they did,
and then
yeah.
injecting you with hormones.
Yeah,
Because-
animal hormones, yeah.
Animal hormones?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Crazy.
And that produces the eggs. So you had more eggs.
It produces a lot of things.
It produces nuttiness.
So you were taking all this stuff to help you produce more eggs because you weren't producing, or it was Dad's fault.
I was fine. It was Dad. Yeah, Dad's.
And then why was I spermatic? I mean, why was I world first? And
Because apparently his tubes all seized up and they couldn't quite get in there to get the eggs.
yeah,
So they had
The
to
sperm.
go. They had to get the sperm. They had to go in through his balls
wow.
and hold him down. So he was awake. Poor baby.
Wow.
And yeah, it was quite
heavy.
painful.
with the syringe, yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
needle.
And then that was the world first in that way.
That
and,
was the world first. So then,
and you guys put me in a dish, and then you guys picked the
well,
one.
let me just explain the day you were conceived. Do you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm in this room, and I've got this doctor, beautiful doctor,
Here we go.
with loads of gold all over her.
Ah,
I've
fuck. Mm-hmm.
got my feet up in the stirrups.
Wow.
I've got Rosie there.
My sister,
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got Paul.
my dad.
I've also got a couple of other students, and everyone's fluffing around, and they're looking at the.
Looking at your pussy.
No.
Oh.
They're looking at the eggs and the. Yeah, looking at you.
Embryo.
Anyway, they said, which eggs do you want to put back in me? So Rosie and your dad decided which eggs they were.
That's so
Anyway,
cute.
I'm sitting there and I'm looking around going, well, do you think I've got a choice? Can I choose my egg that I want? No, that didn't happen. Anyway, they did the procedure and the lady sits back, the doctor sits back, and she goes, best thing you can do, darling, is go home and have an orgasm. I said, well, I just want to let you know that was the worst fuck I've ever had in my entire life. Anyway, I got off the bed, I walked out, and I said, you know what? I'm having 2 boys, Charlie and Harry. And the nurse grabs me and says, you can't be that positive. You can't be that positive. I said, get your hands off me. I don't need any negative vibes. I'm having Harry. Harry is next.
Oh,
You already
that's so
had Charlie, though.
cute.
Yeah, I had Charlie. Yeah.
okay.
But I knew I was going to have 2 boys, Charlie and Harry. I'd
And-
already
So
named
cute.
you before you were even there.
Oh, it was William, the sausage.
No, that was your middle name, Harrison William.
No, you changed it. Remember when
Yeah,
I
and
come
then I-
out of your fucking hoo-ha, you were like William, and then you changed it. So
No,
don't try and
no.
act-
No, Harrison William Jowsey,
Yeah.
which was William was my father's name. He died and left me his debt, remember, in the will, and I got shitty and thought, you can't have my father's name. So then I went, you know what? You can have my stepfather's middle name, which was Robert Patrick. So now you're Harrison Patrick Jowsey.
I didn't know your middle name. I'm keeping that forever.
Yeah.
Now everyone does. Whoopsie.
Yeah, woo, everyone, yeah.
Patrick.
What's the story about your tooth?
Oh, so when my father died, he left me in his will. He left me his debt, and then I wanted to see the wills because he was living in Spain, and my stepmother sent me the wills and his wedding ring. So I thought, you know what? Had one little diamond in it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to put it in my tooth, right here, right there, so he can listen to me forever. It made me feel good. I know it's probably not. It didn't.
Because people are asking me about it, like, what's wrong with the teeth? And I was like, oh no, there's a diamond
It's
in
a
there.
diamond. What do you mean? What's wrong with my teeth?
You could be a rapper. You could pass for a sound card
Let
rapper
me
with
see.
it.
I haven't seen it. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I didn't see that.
I know because my
That's
teeth
cool.
aren't white like yours.
No.
Um, so,
I
I
just didn't see that little diamond. That's
Yeah.
actually really
Yeah.
cool.
It glitters. It glides.
I had a fair few people on my Instagram ask.
Okay, here's
Oh, my-
here's a question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather Harry not have any of his success, but he lives in Australia, or he has all his success and more, but you only get to see him once a year?
I think Harry needs to live his own life, and I'm really glad that he's over here.
There you go.
I-
That's their question,
Yeah.
not my question. I agree.
I think it's absolutely amazing. I think everyone should live their own life.
Yeah.
And you got to grow up and you got to expand and get
Yeah.
on with it. And I'm just totally gobsmacked on how you've achieved things.
Yeah, did you predict any of this?
Well, I predicted it with the newspaper of when we left Adelaide, came to Yeppoon, and we were going to be really, really quiet. And I had you at the Yeppoon Hospital, which is another one. This is really strange. Harry was born the same day, the same moon, and the same time as his brother.
What? That's
So he was
crazy.
born 5:22 on a Saturday morning and a 3/4 moon.
Yeah, and you know what the craziest thing is between me and my brother is that you only have a restraining order on him and not me. that's the craziest thing as well.
I know. It's just
We
awesome.
don't need to get out of that rabbit
No,
hole.
we're not going to get down that one because that's a silly one.
How do you like? Okay, so a lot of people are also asking, what was I like as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
I want to know this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Say some
Harry
embarrassing
was a
stories.
little shit.
No way.
Charlie was the golden child. He was a prefect. He did everything. Harry just get expelled.
Mum said I was a little shit at school, which is very true because I was a piece of shit. Through primary school, remember I threw a desk at a teacher when I was in year 3 as
You
well.
didn't.
Yeah.
I got expelled from that school, year 3, and then there was this other one.
No.
Was that-
Okay.
That's when I got expelled from the first school.
No, you didn't get expelled from the first school. We had to leave the first school
Why?
because it's a state school, and I'm believe that my kids didn't need to be taught any religion, and I thought
You said until 18 we want you to.
Yeah.
When you turn 18,
you
we
can do whatever you
your
want.
own
You
mind
make up your own
make
mind.
up your own choices. So
enough.
thinking that they were going to a state school, that there would be no Christian or any type of religion education, but there was. So these volunteers would come in on a Wednesday afternoon and would get all the kids that were allowed to have religious education, sit them down and feed them soft drinks and lollies so that they would come to their class. Anyway, Harry came home. He said, "Well, why can't I go and do religious education? They get all these lollies." I said, "Right, I'll fix this." So I went down to the head.
No.
I did. I went down to the headmaster and I said, "I would like to have my own class of non-religious kids, and I'm going to feed them soft drink and lollies."
You're missing the biggest part of it.
Yeah. Okay. So then you had a music class. Remember that?
yeah.
Music class, and it was October, and the music teacher made you sing a hymn.
Asked me to.
We like to sing with and you said, "I will not sing that hymn because I'm not religious," and he made you stand in the corner,
Yeah.
and I lost it.
Yeah.
And
so
that's when the shit hit the fan, and a lot of parents started getting really angry with us,
Yeah.
and we had to move because we were getting a lot of bad.
People showing up to the house. People said in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we would. It's kind of crazy. So.
It basically got to the news,
Yeah.
and then we decided that we were going to sue Queensland Education.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
Australia's
It was-
not even like super religious.
I think back then.
Yeah.
It was.
In that time, it was very it was very interesting because it was very I guess these people come in and try and teach people, which is completely fine, and I think everyone should be able to make up their own mind. But at that time, when I was a kid, I had my parents telling me we don't want you to believe. We want you to create your own thoughts and feelings about the universe and the world, and we want you to figure that out when you turn 18, and then let us know. And so when this happened at school, I got kicked out of class, and then I told my parents, and as you can imagine, they're trying their best to help us create our own thoughts, and then I'm getting attacked at school for making my own thoughts.
Yeah.
So then it got to a national level in Australia, to the point where the Prime Minister John Howard wrote my parents a letter.
Wow.
And we were getting death threats. We were getting people show up to our house.
We were getting 45 Christmas cards a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
But just with hate, just like
Oh, no.
And hate, and then
telling my
they,
mom that they wanted to put like rats inside her and
Yeah,
shit
they
like that.
said,
It was crazy.
No.
Well, I was a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was going
I've
on.
still got
That's
all the
not very
letters because I
nice.
just figured you wanted to.
Oh, why would I want to read those?
I don't know. I just
One
I just-
Christmas, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking kick their shoes off, get a beer. Like, yeah, fuck, let's go
And
through this.
To cut a long story
You
short,
should see my comment sections if you think I want to have a bad day.
yeah,
There was a news network that come to our house that
they basically came and said that we'd like to interview you guys. But what we did, we don't celebrate Christmas, but we celebrated New Year.
Yeah.
So what we would do is, after the Boxing Day, all the sales have started.
Yeah.
So we would go shopping. Everything was half
that's
price.
that's what my dad would do in
That's
Canada.
right.
like-
Everything was half price, quarter of the price.
Yeah, then you do Christmas Day after. Yeah.
It's
and,
so
then,
good.
and even the turkey was half price,
Yeah,
quarter
yeah,
price.
That's
yeah.
so smart.
So we used to go out in the bush, grab a big tree, decorate it on Boxing Day,
Yeah.
and then we'd go shopping. Like we'd take
Wow.
turns which kids, and then we'd just pack up, and then we'd go to a New Year's Eve party somewhere, like at the resort
Get
or
on
somewhere.
the piss.
How fun.
Get on the piss, let the kids go on the kids club, you
That's
know.
so
And
good.
one particular time, we actually forgot the kids.
That sounds so much like my mom.
We jumped in a taxi. Had so much fun, and we got halfway home, and Paul turned around to me. He goes,
Where are they?
"We're missing someone." I said, "Oh my God, the kids!" Right. So we had to go all the way back to the resort, and there's Charlie and Harry standing there going,
So
"You
angry.
forgot us," and we're going, "We did. We're really sorry."
Oh my god, my mom did that.
So fucking great. And then teenage years, what was I like? I was even worse, huh?
Oh, okay. So it got to a point where he got expelled quite a few times, and we
Yeah.
had to send him to New Zealand.
Yeah. I
Really?
got kicked out of the schools in Australia.
Yeah.
So my parents were like, you know what will help? Is if you go to school in a different country. And so they sent me to New Zealand.
And that was a classic. That was
Did it
just that was
The icing on the cake.
the best. So I received a letter from the headmaster, and I
Wow.
was reading it, and it was like Harry had murdered someone, and I'm in hysterics, and I've sent it over to Paul. I said, "What do you think? What do you think?" And he's reading it. He goes, "What are you gonna do about it?" So I picked up the phone to Harry. I
What
said
was the letter saying? What did it say?
that it was just like you'd murdered someone, but you hadn't.
Can you explain what was on
Well,
the
it
letter?
had very long words in it, and it was very, very political, and it was very just. It was just out there. It was from a Scotsman. All right.
Yeah.
I can't say that, can I?
No,
that's fine.
You can say that. No, I mean, like, why did we get the letter?
Because I'm going to tell you,
Okay.
if you let me finish,
Let
right?
her finish.
Well, I'm just trying to help her get along the
No, no.
story.
So I rang up Harry and I said, "What were you thinking?" So I'll explain what Harry did. Harry decided, in his wisdom, that him and his 5 friends would put pink G-strings on and
Classic
balaclavas
Harry.
and go across to the all-girls school
No.
where they're having assembly,
You didn't.
which had the mayor there
No,
and the film crew,
And police officers.
and they ran across the stage.
Streaked.
Across
No
the stage
way.
where the all girls were. Anyway, so I rang him. I said, "What were you thinking?" He said, "Mum, I didn't think they'd recognise me." I said, "For fuck's sake, Harry, 6'8" or 5, wherever all you were." I said, "How can they not recognise you?" Anyway,
G-string.
he got expelled, but he was allowed to go back and do his exams.
Yeah. So what did you do?
So then he did his exams, remember? And I said, "Where are your results?" And
No,
you,
where was I living? Because I got
you were living in a
expelled.
tent.
Yeah.
Living in a tent at
You lived
your
in a
sister's
tent?
place.
Yeah. So I had to live in a tent because I got expelled from boarding school.
Oh,
but
that was
they,
your punishment.
Mum and Dad were just like, we can't send you to any more schools, and you only have 2 weeks left of school, so figure it out. And I was like, okay, I'll live in a tent. So I lived in a tent for the 2 weeks, And then
Sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. So Harry did the exams, apparently.
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Not very well.
And then he came back home, and usually you just wait for the results to come through and you apply for university.
Yeah.
All right? So I get this call. I said, Harry, where's your results? And you go, they're coming, Mum. Just relax. They're coming. And he said, I've been applying for uni, everything. Everything's all right. Don't panic. I said, all right, fine. And I always said that I think you should have had a year off, but his dad said, no, he's got to go straight to university. Anyway, we finally get a letter from one of the universities saying they're very happy to accept Harry. His accommodation is such and such at this place.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
And I rang up and I said,
It was like a really good university as well. And so we were so excited. We were so excited because like holy fuck, like this university in Queensland is prestigious. They want me to go.
and
then
they've given him accommodation. So I rang them up and I said, can you tell me what courses he will be doing? And they said, oh, no, we just deal with the accommodation. We don't know what course he's doing.
I just applied for the accommodation.
You did not.
I've gone,
I said, you're like, hell yeah, I got accepted.
this is crazy. So you're going to give him accommodation, but he doesn't have a course to do. And they went, well, we can't really give him accommodation if he hasn't got a course. I said, but you already have, haven't you? Because he's accepted the accommodation.
I just wanted to live there.
Just wanted to go to uni but not study.
I didn't want to study.
Oh, that's what
So
that was
a
my
vibe.
dream when I was younger.
And I went, you know what? Because we'd saved money for Harry. Like when they turned 18, they had a choice, put it towards uni, buy a car, go travelling. Well, I wanted them to go travelling. So I said to Harry, right, we've got this money. I'm going to book you on a Kentucky tour and you're going travelling.
It was wild.
And
so fun. Where'd you
and then
go?
you're going to go and stay with my brother in England.
I don't know if you can notice, but I'm getting so much anxiety listening about how much of a shit kid I
You
was.
need to relax.
No, but you turned out. So basically, you went off on this Kentucky tour, had an absolute ball. All right. Then he had to survive in England.
Yeah.
And he apparently went to a festival where you got
I got my drink spiked.
your drink
I saw
spiked.
someone get murdered.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh
And
my
it was
God.
just like, whoa, what have I done? But you got it together. You got work, and then you came home, and you were just like, I sent a boy away, and a man came home,
Yeah.
Wow.
and like his whole attitude was just like, this is amazing. Why can't we do this to all the kids?
Well, for people a little bit confused about like life or whatnot, I think the best thing that Mum ever did for me was just say like go like fuck it, just go travel. Go figure it out. I think you're the same as well.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
And that's when I definitely grew up.
That's what I did too.
Leave the
yeah.
nest, get
Yeah.
outside the
go to
box.
college.
Yeah, it's when you grow, when you're on your own and you experience life. I feel
Well,
like
that's what I did. I basically got chucked out of home at 16, and that was it. I was
on the horse.
on the horse. No, I was out. I was travelling. I worked at the Brooklyn Hotel in Sydney, which was the oldest
Wow.
pub in in Sydney.
how fun.
And, and they didn't even ask me my age.
That's so good. That would have been fun.
And then I started travelling. I just couldn't stop travelling, so that was good.
That's so fun.
What's been the most because it's a little bit unpredictable about my situation going on these shows and stuff.
Yeah.
What's been the most like eye-opening thing for you? Kind of like for people a little bit confused, like we live on a legitimate farm.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
used to be a pineapple farm.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's legitimate, like, but it's like right by the ocean. It's literally God's country. It's amazing, but in that town, like everyone kind of just like goes and does trades and goes and like does different paths. But for some reason, I ended up doing this. What's been the most like alarming thing or crazy thing that you've seen in the past?
With you, of what you did, I think it was when you were in Lismore.
Yeah.
And you just were at uni and you had enough and you were just fighting and looking for an escape that could make you better. and that you didn't have to do uni. And I think the first thing you did was what, Triple J, and
Triple J, yeah.
and the air guitar.
No, air DJ.
Air DJ was
Yeah,
it? I
yeah.
thought it was air guitar.
No, I did it. I remember.
Air DJ, yeah, I know.
It was
And you
me.
won that trophy. And then they just gave you all these prizes. And then but it was like one step. You won that.
Yeah.
And then it was a roller coaster. Then you got the New Zealand one.
TV show.
Yeah, TV show.
Yeah.
And then the next meant Netflix, and then
Why did you say it like that?
well, it was just
Netflix? How did you say it?
Netflix.
I like it better that way.
So yeah, it was funny. It was good. It's just amazing what you've done.
I think the question was, what's the craziest thing? Or like,
Well, all
what-
of it,
you
she's
think?
just-
Yeah, I'm just saying that Triple J was the first one, wasn't it?
Were you surprised to see Harry's like work ethic, like after all this stuff, like the way he was able to continue and do everything?
I was really surprised about his work ethic when I went down to Lismore and had to clean that fucking house by myself, and he had meetings
Yeah.
to go to.
I was very busy.
It's so
Busy I couldn't clean my own house as my mum
Yeah.
had to come sort it
So I
out.
had to sell all the furniture, clean the house, and he had to go to Sydney for a New Year's Eve party.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
Do you think I've changed at all since being on this show and being on Netflix? Do you think I'm a bit of a cunt?
You mean cunt? the new word is cunty.
Cunty.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like cunty
yeah,
better.
cunty.
Am I cunty?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
you're not. Kind of cunty.
No, I haven't seen you. I
You're
haven't seen you for
not.
3 years. it was like when you said to me, "We're going to sit down with a podcast and have a chat." You know, just like old time's sake. I said, "Chat." I used to yell at you.
Yeah, you used to smack me with a spoon.
My mum did that. She broke one on me.
Yeah, so
Ah.
It was the thing
that
back
was every
then.
Friday with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the old wooden spoon.
My mum
And you shake the drawer. Right, I'm coming to get you.
sprint off.
Oh,
Back then it was normal.
Did you want to ask me a question about alcohol?
oh yeah.
Sorry.
Is this an intervention?
Yeah, no. So for people curious, my mum's an alcoholic,
Well,
Oh, she's not.
only after 4 o'clock.
and then Abby's been sober for 7 years.
No, what did you do that, Abby?
What's that?
Why did you become sober?
Because I'm trying to get this money and get ripped and jacked, but
Shredded.
I got sober through like a 12-step program.
Yeah, they tried to send me that too. Didn't work.
My mum's not a quitter. This woman will not quit. I'll tell you that was for free.
No way.
so much like my mum. It's crazy.
Oh,
That's what my mum would say.
Is it because you used to fall over, like
Yeah, I just
Pass out on the couch.
pass
couldn't-
out
I
on the
couldn't
couch,
drink
take your
without
clothes off,
doing-
you know, stuff like
I
that?
wasn't able to drink without doing drugs. Like every time I drink,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
want to do coke, and then I was like, well, I might as well just stop it altogether.
And how did you
Unproductive.
feel?
Really good. Yeah, no.
No, but
life's
not
been
at
good.
the beginning, surely.
At the beginning, I actually
Difficult.
felt good because I was like, yeah, I'm like not drink. I felt good. It felt good not being hungover every day. But I also ate like a pint of ice cream every night for like the first 4 months because I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not drinking. I can do whatever I want. I can
Yeah.
justify it. And then yeah, just kind of life happens though. It goes up and down. You got to like really face your feelings and stuff. Harry, why are you asking me an intervention on your mom right now?
Yeah. Yeah, Harry. Why is that?
Well, we've been here for 20 minutes, 2 bottles deep.
Yeah, but they're only little.
Yeah, fuck, you're right.
She's in LA. She's on holiday.
Ah, she is. Yeah. no. What?
Georgia, what's going on with you? The
yeah.
audience is gonna be like, hey, Georgia hasn't said one word this
Hey,
entire
I've said
time.
stuff. I've been laughing too much. She's too funny.
I've had an anxiety peak at this whole time.
Why?
you?
Because
Why?
talking about old stories when I was a little shit and I wasn't.
But
proud.
everyone
you were-
knows
you
you're a
were-
little shit.
But you were
Yeah,
darling.
everybody fully expects
What do
you
they think
to
you're
be
an
a-
angel
people-
child and now you're a shit?
Yeah, people would be
Oh,
so
I've got
disappointed.
Ah, here we fucking go.
So he was at high school
Yeah.
in Rocky, and what were you selling?
What are you talking about?
What were you
Candy?
selling? And you were making a fortune.
That was in New Zealand.
No, I think you did it. Oh, you did it in New Zealand. I thought you did. Oh, fairy floss. That was
Were
it.
you selling fairy floss? That's the cutest shit ever. Shut up, he's just
that
whipping it up.
candy?
He bought a fairy floss machine.
Hold on, you actually whipped it?
Fairy floss, wasn't it? But I thought you were selling something. Oh, that was
Spins
New
it.
Zealand. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
New Zealand
sorry.
was where I started selling fake drugs.
Yeah.
There was a caffeine
Bicarbonate
pills.
soda.
How did you get the machine around?
He just bought it cheap.
Oh,
He
you
just
do
bought
it at
cheap
home?
in Kmart.
No, so I lived at boarding school in high school, and I bought it,
Shut
and I would just sell it.
You just whip it up at home and then sell it?
No, I was in boarding school.
Yeah,
So
you
I'd
see
In
it
the school.
I'd have it in my room.
That would be so sticky.
I'd have it in my room.
That's so cute.
It's crazy.
That was lovely.
How are you liking LA? You having fun?
It's like I'm on another planet.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah.
Has Harry turned Hollywood? Like his accents changed and stuff?
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
lot.
Really?
That's what I
Yeah.
said to you, and you're
My
like,
accent's
no.
different?
Yeah, but I like listening to all the people here. It's like they sing when they talk.
It's
Oh.
drawn out,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
like, yeah.
It's longer.
Oh yeah,
the words
That's
are
cool.
long and
Yeah,
slow.
yeah.
I talk like that?
I've been here 10 years and I feel
I've never
like-
heard that.
You don't really do that,
No, you don't do
but a
it.
lot of
Are you
like
saying I do that?
No, you don't do
Oh.
that. You just
No.
change your accent. Your accent's changed.
your accent's a bit
You've
different.
got a great big pimple on your thing.
Yeah, I keep been picking on
I mean,
it.
you
Yeah,
want
we got matching pimple right
Oh, look at that.
People gang.
Matching.
No, it's been so funny. So today, Mum got her hair done. She got a facial. We got her new iPhone.
Yeah.
We got her
Yes.
new watch as well.
Wow.
I mean,
I was
spoiled.
going to pay for that, but
No, you didn't.
I wanted to.
You did, and I gave her one of my credit cards, and I told her to go help herself to the shops, but she didn't
I
do
bet
it.
she wouldn't. No,
No, I
my mum
didn't.
wouldn't either. That's
So
I
rude.
did it. What do you mean it's rude?
Come on, it's
Mums don't like doing that. You
why?
should. You should spend
She's
all
like,
this
I
money.
feel weird. But remember the time I sent you 50,000 and you
So
built
I-
a shed.
I built a
Okay,
shed.
here's a crazy story. Mum goes, I'm thinking about building this shed. You know, I've got the money, but if you want to park some money somewhere, anyway, I was just like, you know what? It's time to give back. It's time to give back to the old hen.
Well, I was what I was thinking. What I was thinking was
sausage.
that I was worried about the
Saucy, saucy,
Don't be a silly sausage.
saucy. No, okay. So
Don't
here's
be cunty.
no.
You and cunty
I
right
am.
now.
No, I'm not.
Let her speak.
No. I was. It was my,
She's the guest
I
of
didn't.
honor.
I didn't
My
ask you.
fault.
I was worried.
Here, no. That's not even the
All
point.
right.
That's not even the point of the
Okay.
story. She wanted. We're building a shed. She's like, hey, park some money somewhere, whatever. I was like, first time I ever get to give back to my mum, and she's never asked me for anything, and so I felt like really drawn to do it. So then I sent you $50,000.
You did.
It was really awesome, and you stopped talking to me right away. You're like, oh, I feel really weird. I don't know what to do, and then just stopped messaging me back. And I was like, oh.
She's like, right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
wait.
I was like waiting for this like YouTube moment where they just like give their mum like 50,000. She's like crying, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. Like this is what it feels like. And I was like, oh whatever, okay, cool, enjoy it. And then I see that you got an insurance check for $250,000 a couple weeks after to build more shit on the farm.
She's investing. That's smart.
No.
Was it
I got
because you
the
flew the
insurance.
insurance people up to hang out on the farm after they gave you the money?
No,
So I was like, where did that 50 go?
No. That was after.
After they gave you the money?
No, that was I said I'm thinking about what I said to you, Harry. Was I think you need to invest some money,
And I do.
and I'll
I
look
bet-
after it for you.
Fair enough.
And then if the shit hits the fan, I can give it back to you.
100%.
Yeah.
It's in a shed. It's not going anywhere.
And then he said, so do you
She
want
built a
50?
shed.
So what are you thinking? I'm saying, well, I'm thinking about building a Harry shed.
It's a Harry shed. That's a great investment.
Yeah, it's
get
American
that money
Harry
back.
shed.
So
Yeah.
unappreciative.
I'll never get that money back.
You can get your money back and interest.
It's in a shed, mum.
There's only one Harry shed.
Yeah, I can't fucking
There's
take
only
it
one-
down and sell the timber.
It's even got a sign, Harry Shed.
See?
Ah,
That's like
nice.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a printing business. I can make signs.
Okay, we'll wrap this up. Mum, is there anything that you want to promote?
I'm selling J tags. Does anyone want to buy it?
I love her so much. What is the J tag?
This is our family company.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's buy some J tags.
Where can
Yeah.
they buy J tags?
Yeah, where can we get
In
them?
Australia?
So if
Yeah,
you're
website.
so if you're an Australian listener, really just show up.
Oh no, or
and-
or American listener.
if you-
I
if-
have.
Can you buy them online?
No, you can't. Okay. She's selling the entire company. So if you have $5 million or whatever
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
and you want to buy a tag identification company, which I don't think anyone listening to this does.
No, because
Oh.
we are unique.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on now.
If you want to buy my mum's business,
Do you have a website?
jtags.com.
Yeah, JTets.com.
Yeah. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's episode, I'm sorry I've been a little bit weird. Just listening to myself being a prick when I was a kid is a little bit tough memories to live down.
Oh,
to
you
remember.
were lovely.
I'm better now, huh?
Yeah, you.
little
Oh,
bit
I
more
don't know. You're a bit cunty.
You're a bit cunty.
I'm not cunty. I'm not cunty.
Yeah.
No way. I've been spoiling you.
Oh no, you're just so lovely. I can't believe how much you spoiled me.
Yeah, I've been taking
I was like, I mean, this morning when you picked me up, I was all over the shop.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I had too much coffee.
Yeah, she had a cold brew and then put an espresso shot in it. She's like, "Why is it so strong?" I was like, "Mum, what the fuck are you doing?"
Double spiked.
We're at breakfast. She's like, "I'm having heart palpitations." And I was like, "Mum, I don't know why you had so much coffee." She's like, "Should I have another?" I was like, "No, you fucking relax."
Relax.
Oh yeah, relax. She's on edge. Where's the market?
I feel like going for a jog, but I can't because I broke my knee.
Okay. We gotta go. Thank you so much. If you did enjoy
Alright.
today's episode,
Thank
like,
you.
comment, subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. This has been Mum, Georgia, and
I think you need a beer.
I don't drink.
Oh,
Thank you so
okay.
much.